you're amazing. So the question today is, do systems like keto or vegan work when it comes to weight loss? I had someone come to me a few weeks ago and they asked me a question. They said, do you believe in certain systems like keto or vegan as an approach to a healthy lifestyle? Or do you think that it's best to just follow tips and tricks if you're trying to reach your goals? Now, I felt like that was a loaded question, but my answer honestly is simply neither. And here is my answer in 3 words, and then I'm going to give you the longer explanation. In 3 words, my answer is honor your body. Now, this phrase repeats itself over and over in my mind, and so much so that I've shared it with my clients many times because I have people coming to me all the time asking for health advice. And I created 3 pillars based on what I saw helping people the most and giving them the most, health potential possible. And this is actually my 3rd pillar. Mastering your mind so that you can honor your body so that your body will truly honor you in return. Now, tips and tricks are more of a Band-Aid approach. I think that they may relieve symptoms temporarily, but they never really address the real issue. Is there a problem with them? I mean, if you want to put out a fire, then you probably need a fire hose, right? There's not necessarily an immediate problem, but there could be a downstream problem in the fact that it doesn't really help you get to the root of your issue. But I also think that going about things in a certain way of thinking like keto or vegan, those can also have negative downstream effects too. Because when we get stuck in a certain lifestyle approach, like if we're thinking, I'm vegan, and the body's trying to tell us something or give us signals or signs that it's not working, then honestly, we're going to be so stuck in that mindset or that system per se of thinking, oh, I'm a vegan, I can't eat that even if the body is screaming at us, we're going to think, well, do I go against the direction that I've planned to go? Or do I listen to my body and honor what it's saying? And the problem with committing to a specific system is that you may feel like you need to stick it out instead of honoring your body. But when you honor your body, it will honor you back in return. And I'm going to share a tool with you. And if you want it, just say I want it. But I want you to hear this story first because I want to show you how helpful this can be. Now, there was a girl who came to me several months ago and she was on a ketogenic diet. And she had been on this diet for a few years and she really felt stuck in her health. It just wasn't working for her. And when she came, I was like, why are you still doing this ketogenic diet? And she said, well, it's working for everybody else. I may just be missing it, or there must be something else going on, but I know this can work for me. So even after 3 years of failure, she's still committed. So I commend her for that, but probably wasn't doing her body any favors because she wasn't honoring her body, right? Her body was screaming at her in every way possible. She was getting headaches, irregular menstrual cycles. She was gaining weight, even on keto. She was stressed. She was full of anxiety, and she kept following the system. So when she came to me, we addressed her current eating patterns, and I started talking to her a little bit more about her unique metabolism. So we did a series of assessments, and we learned that keto really wasn't right for her body. And she was really afraid to start including fruit and things like that in her diet. I mean, imagine you go 3 years without eating fruit because it's this taboo food and you've got sugar, but she was really afraid of it. And here's the thing, here's where we mess up. We say, oh, well, I love pancakes, so I'm going to have this paleo pancake or this keto pancake instead because it's low carb, but I'm going to give up this fruit. Now, I want you to stop and pause this video for a moment if you need to and think about what I just said. I'm going to fill my body with these processed foods, but I'm going to give up this whole food because it's taboo, because someone said fruit is bad for me. It is such a backward way of thinking. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't find better alternatives for your grain-filled pancakes if grains aren't serving your body. But what I am saying is giving up a whole just like form of food is it is absolutely crazy. So anyway, back to this client. She really trusted her body. She trusted the process. She went by another set of guidelines and learned to honor her body. Here's what happened for her. She could not believe how much happened just by making this small change in her diet. Her energy went through the roof. She called me and said, "Oh my God, I have not had this much energy in years." She really enjoyed including that fruit in her life. And the best thing is that her stress levels improved, her hormones began to come into balance. Now, we worked on a few other things, but diet was the very first thing we worked on. She lost over 10 pounds in 3 weeks by shifting from a diet that wasn't serving her to one that was. And this all happened literally years after following the wrong diet. So this is how important it is for you to understand there is no perfect diet or system out there for everyone. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. No, I don't believe in Band-Aid approaches. And I don't believe in following systems either, because systems don't necessarily work for all people. So here's what I want you to know. If you're tired after meals, if you have no energy to get through the day, if you feel foggy after you eat, if you feel like you want to take a nap in the middle of the day, or maybe you're hungry 1 to 2 hours after you eat, then these are all really signs that you're not eating the right diet for your body. So I'm going to encourage you to learn how to honor your body. And there's a simple technique that I can share with you and help you understand the right foods for your body. And you're going to be able to assess how you feel after each meal to determine how to balance your plate appropriately. And the thing is you don't have to count carbs, fats, and proteins. Hey, and if you're counting macros today and that works for you, that's great. I'm not against any specific certain lifestyle or system if that's working for you. Maybe you found what works for you. But if you're hearing this and you don't really get results from what you're currently following, then let me introduce you to a tool that can really help you understand how to fuel your body appropriately. And I think it goes without saying that you really need to be focusing on nutrient-dense foods. But here's the thing. The body is super intelligent. And if we honor it with what it's asking for and give it that, then it's going to honor us in return. You just have to learn how to tune in. And part of tuning in is having the right tools to do the job. So if you want access to this tool, let me know. I'll help you by putting it right in your arsenal. And if you're struggling with things like diet, let me know. Just leave me a comment that says, "I want it." And I hope that you can gain a little bit of information and hope from this, knowing that, hey, maybe I've just been following the wrong diet for all these years. And maybe there is still hope for you. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your beautiful day, and we'll talk to you soon.